Black Swan's Fatou denies bullying accusations. On November 12, Black Swan's Fatou was accused of bullying fellow member Leia according to direct messages with an alleged relative of Leia's and Access Leia, a Brazilian fanbase account. Fatou responded to the accusations on November 14 in a now deleted message on Twitter, saying she has been tolerating Leia's manipulative and disrespectful behavior until Leia disrespected her family when the group was in Belgium. I've been thinking about this for some time. After careful consideration about everything being done and said I can't hold it in anymore. We have a member in our group named Leia, Larissa. She is a gigantic headache to everyone in the company. From our CEO to our teachers down to us the members. The biggest problem is she always, every single second of the day thinks only about herself. This is a group. She's not a solo artist. Without any consideration about the people around her. She does whatever she wants without ever thinking about other people. Everyone has to run around her. Everyone has to match to her beat. Everyone has to only think about her. Why? Because in her mind she should always be the main focus in everything. You say something she does not agree with? She makes up a whole story surrounding that topic and makes you out to be the bad guy, and she always is, in every single story, the victim. A very small example. While waiting for our performance at Music Bank for Close to Me, our fan manager told us to take pictures individually because she needs our individual pictures to post on our group's Instagram. So that's what I was doing. Suddenly she appears next to me to take pictures together. I told her no, I need to take pics alone this time like every other member was doing, and she too at one point. But because I said no that time, she brought it up during a meeting we had with our director. She took that situation and she changed into me not liking her, and that's why I didn't want to take pictures with her. There have been many of these types of situations. Not only with me but with the other members too. But she's always particularly zoomed in on me, I don't know why. This also happened very recently. After arriving at our dorm, Lisa began calling her friend and telling them she's going to ruin us when she's out. This is also something she says a lot. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this group. And people are going to take her side anyway because she's Brazilian, and started laughing really loudly with her friend. That's something I've never expected to come out of her mouth. I was really shocked because that's not the Lisa she shows me. But also recently I found out that she is actually like this behind my back. She keeps twisting and turning her words, shows a different side of herself to people she thinks will be useful to her later. And tells them what she thinks will be helpful later for her too. She manipulates and gaslights everyone. To the point that I'm amazed at how someone like her actually exists. One thing she also likes to do is deny that certain words came out of her mouth. While there are literally 4/5 people in the room that clearly heard her say those words. She would bold-faced just deny that those words ever came out of her mouth. This drives a person crazy. When we ask her if she ever thinks about the group, she says no. She feels bad and jealous when the other members grow more fans and followers because she thinks she always has to be the main focus. If she's not, she starts yapping and saying that people don't like her. She said with her own mouth that the fans we have now, she's the one that brought them in. But every single member has their own charm and talent that attract fans and people. She's had mental problems since she was young back in Brazil and had to take pills. But she goes around behind my back and tells people she takes them because of me. She's had waist discs since she was in Brazil. But now starts saying it began when she got into the company. She claimed to be the closest to me, but every chance she had, she would badmouth me behind my back and then come back acting all close with me. While the whole time all I did was support her, all the time. Every single day. Then when we went to Belgium to meet our Belgian Lumina. And for me to meet my family finally after 2 years. The fact that I finally got to see my family again did not sit right with her. She said, why can Fatou see her family while she can't? Instead of being happy for me like the rest of the members, she was being bratty about it. I get it, you miss your family, I understand. But to then start saying I didn't even want to come to Belgium, it's tiring. Why can Fatou see her family while I can't? That's ridiculous. She then enters my house back in Belgium and disrespects my whole family. That's when I completely turned against her. You can act that way towards me, fine, whatever, but touch my family and I'll become a whole different person towards you. Since that trip I started to distance myself from her. Till the point I completely stopped interacting with her. Because I'm not about to be all buddy-buddy with someone who disrespects my family and me. But even that, she turns it into me hating on her for no reason and me bullying her for no reason. That's why on the 25th of October I completely exploded towards her. She kept denying everything over and over again, changing her words over and over again. I said a lot of harsh things which I regret doing so because I never should have stooped as low as her. She never thinks about the stuff she did wrong. In her mind she could do disgusting stuff to other people, but when you do the same thing to her it becomes a problem. She says we've never taken care of her for the past 2 years. While we have been running behind her butt the entire time. Helping her with practice, vocal, dance and facial expressions. Whenever she was sad or had trouble she'd come to us and we'd always try our best to help and make her feel accepted, loved and appreciated. But all of that never happened in her mind. She lives according to her own scenario. Makes whoever she wants to be the bad guy. But she's always the victim in every single one of her stories. More like fantasies at this point. Which she goes around and tells people. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm far from it and I've always said this. I've made a lot of mistakes but I've always apologized. And after apologizing that same mistake never happens again. But Lisa would apologize and not even 2 days later she would do the same thing again. And when you get mad she says, oh you can't still be mad, I apologized. Yeah, you apologized, so there should be an upgrade in actions. That's why her apologies always feel fake, and in a certain way they come over as well. Whatever, I'll apologize so you can't say anything anymore. There's a whole lot more I'd like to say. But for the last remaining respect I still have for her I'll stop here. I hope you get your act straight. Because if you keep acting like this, one day you will meet someone who will not accept you so gracefully as we did. Meanwhile, Leia called out the racism Fatou has been facing from her fans in a now deleted tweet. Hello humans. While I'm in the company I can't compromise anyone. I would like to talk about everything that happened. And I don't agree with the racism that is going on out there. Disappointed. So what do you think of this situation? Let us know what you think in the comments below.